Alright, so we're going to do a battle report. 1,000 points. It's going to be Sisters of Battle with Guard Allies versus Chaos Space Marines using the old Codex because the new one isn't out yet. The mission is going to have Dawn of War deployment with the Crusade. So we have 5 objectives. We have this coffin thing here. This coffin thing here next to a mysterious alien artifact. Both of these forests are alien forests, by the way. We have a set of barrels here as an objective. A set of barrels up here as an objective. And where's our 5th objective? Oh, this one right here. So we got this objective right here. So 5 objectives. It is not night fighting. And the Sisters are going first. The Chaos Marines did not steal the initiative. And the Sisters army is going to have a Rhino, 2 Pentaton engines in a squad, an Exorcist, 5 Retributors with heavy bolters, and then it's got Saint Celestine and 2 girls squads with a Meltas and multi-Meltas in reserve. Well, one of them's actually in the Rhino, the others are in reserve. And the trait for the Sisters, Saint Celestine has the scoring unit under personal objectives. Alright, so the Chaos Space Marines have 8 Berserkers with a Chaos Champion with a Power Maul. Rhino.
5 Chaos Marines in it with the Meltagun.
Got the Meltagun and the 5 Marines.
Havoc Squad and a Rhino.
Havoc Squad and a Rhino.
2 autocannons and a Havoc Launcher.
Ooh, 2 autocannons and a Havoc Launcher.
5 Havocs.
5 Havocs in another Rhino.
2 heavy bolters with a Havoc Launcher.
It's got 2 heavy bolters and a Havoc Launcher.
An Obliterator.
Got an Obliterator. And then in the back corner where you can't see it from here, but there's a Demon Prince with a Mark of Khorne, and he has wings so he can fly.
And he got the Tenacity Warlord trait.
And he has Tenacity Warlord trait. The Chaos Marines have some guys. Are they in reserve? Or are they?
Yeah, the Terminators are in reserve.
So Chaos Terminators are in reserve.
3 Combi Meltas.
With Combi Meltas and Chain Fists. And we're going to see what happens on round 1. Alright, so Sisters have done their movement. They had 3 faith points, didn't use any in the movement phase. These Retributors, the Superior moved up to here. These Guard, 2 of them moved up, the ones with Plasma. The Exorcist has slid 6 inches sideways. The 2 Pentaton engines moved forward. The Rhino moved forward. And it's the end of Sisters' movement phase. We're going to move into shooting. So start of the shooting phase, the Retributors here get their active faith. Alright, so the Obliterator got shot by these Retributors. It even took a rending hit, but rolled 3 6s on its save, so it saves with no problem. Slight retcon. We're going to figure out what the objectives do. This objective here is a 6. And these guys are now close enough, so this objective here is a 2. Alright, so this group of Pentaton engines runs up on this artifact and the objective. The objective does nothing, but the artifact has made everything within this range difficult and dangerous, which just kind of made the open terrain somewhat terrifying. Alright, so far in the shooting, one of the Guard dies with a plasma gun and he knocks a hull point off this Havoc launching vehicle, and that's it. The las cannon missed. This vehicle has been shaken, so in the shooting phase, one Guard dies, but he shakes the vehicle. Las cannon misses. Alright, so at the end of the shooting phase, this Exorcist shoots that vehicle, knocks another hull point off it. It does 2 pens, but the vehicle saves. So we are at the end of Sisters shooting. There's no assaulting, and it's off to the Chaos Marines. So in terms of moving, this Demon Prince goes flying over to here. He's still swooping. Those Chaos Marines, the Berserkers, move up. The Rhino slides up behind them, and that is the entirety of movement. Alright, so I think we're at the end of the shooting for the Chaos. Didn't go well for the Guard. They were wiped out by repeated Havoc, las cannon, death fire. Yeah, so they ran off the board after they lost most of their members. This guy ran. That Obliterator killed one of the 2 Pentaton engines, blew it up, and everyone else is either run or didn't do anything. So round 2, Sisters have 3 faith points again. Does Saint Celestine come in? She does not. Do the other girls come in? They do not, so no one is coming in this turn. So Sisters' movement phase ends here. Retributors do not move. That Pentaton engine manages to immobilize itself instantly on the dangerous, difficult terrain. Rhino slides over, and the Primaris Psyker moves a little bit, but he just moves his 6 inches, so we're going to see what happens on the shooting phase. Alright, so the Primaris here tries to bless them. He rolls a 10, so it does not go off. The active faith for the Retributors goes off, so they're rending. Sisters shooting. These girls with the multi-melta kill one guy on a snapshot. This guy's still immobilized. The Exorcist finished off the Demon Prince after he took a grounding test and then got shot to heck by the Retributors. And that is the end of Sisters shooting. Round 2. So Chaos reserves do not come in. Berserkers come moving. They're avoiding the zone of dangerous, difficult terrain. Rhino just drove into it. Good thing it had a dozer blade because it would have immobilized. And no one else moves. Alright, so shooting phase is over. Retributors get just mauled. There's one girl left, but she made her leadership, so she's still staying. That was pretty much a combined multiple Havoc beatdown, which they saved, and then the autocannons just slaughtered them. And this Pentaton engine lost another hull point from a las cannon in the side. Alright, so these Berserkers attempt to assault the Rhino. Overwatch from the Rhino misses, and they roll a 4-inch, so they do not make the assault. And that is the end of their assault phase. Alright, Sisters round 3, how many faith points? They have 3 again. So it's turn 3, Sisters movement. Primaris Psyker moves back through the building. Pent engine is locked in place. This Rhino moves a little bit sideways. This Exorcist moves a little bit sideways. There's a bunch of girls that have now come in from reserve into the building, and that Retributor is still standing on the roof. Alright, so Primaris Psyker attempts to bless that Retributor. Nothing happens. Retributor didn't get her active faith, so far she's pretty much useless. And we're going to move on to actual shooting. The girls in the Rhino, they get a 6, so they get the Emperor's Light. Alright, these girls shoot it with a Melta and a multi-Melta. Nothing happens. Alright, so the Exorcist blows up this Rhino. It's about the only thing that happened so far. But it actually blew up, so we're about to see what happens. Alright, so this Rhino blew up. We're just going to take it off because it's already in dangerous, difficult terrain. Everyone in it but one guy died. And he is somewhere inside the wreckage. Alright, so good and bad here for the Sisters. We blew up the Rhino. We left one dude with a Melta. Everyone then shot him. He got double flame from the Pentaton engine. He got shot by the Retributor. He survived that completely unscathed, though he is still standing in dangerous terrain. And I think the Sisters are done, though we're going to check this one group in the building. So the Terminators are arriving on round 3 for the Chaos Marines. We're going to see if they make it. They're going to land right here. Alright, so the Terminators did, unfortunately for me, it did not go off the board, because they would have if that had been this way, but they scattered to here, and they're staring at the side and back of some vehicles. We'll see what happens. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Berserkers move up to here, and other than these guys deep striking in, no one else moves. These Terminators shoot Meltas into the side of the Exorcist. It's been immobilized and lost a hull point. Alright, so Primaris Psyker got autocannoned. He's dead. And then there's a Havoc that's going to shoot this girl up on the roof. So the Retributor squad dies from a heavy bolter barrage. Las cannon into this Pent engine, but it rolled on a 1, so it does not penetrate. Pent engine takes a Havoc right in the side, but a roll of 1 again does not glance him. Alright, Berserkers are about to charge the Rhino. We're going to see if they make it. They drop the highest to get a 3, so they do not make it, which is you don't make a dangerous train, you didn't move. Faith points for the Sisters, they have 1, a total of 1 faith point, so that's going to be unimpressive. Sisters movement phase, can't move, not moving, can't move. Moved. These girls got out. She deep struck. We're going to see what happens. The only active faith is this group, which only has 1 faith point anyways. It's a 4, so it goes off because they have their sister superior, so they're close to twin linked. Alright, the Pentaton engine finally killed someone. They flame that guy with the Melta. Exorcist shoots them, but they make their invul saves. This guy's going to stormbolt the group in front. Just for a note, this objective is a Skyfire Nexus. There is nothing flying in this game, so it is a non-functional item. Yeah. During the movement phase, these Terminators move up here. These Chaos Berserkers move here. Then during the shooting phase, the Pentaton engine's killed right away by the Oblit. And we're about to see what happens with Havoc launching Heavy Bolter fun. So first assault, these Terminators just rip the Exorcist to pieces. It's hilarious, and it dies. So these Corn Berserkers have charged into the girl. Alright, so these two, let's just put them where they are. These two are standing against, beating down on each other, and nothing happens. The Corn Berserkers kill a battle sister. Round 5, sisters have 5 faith points. Alright, so this Rhino moves into the forest. It turns out that it's Ironbark, so it's going to give a 3-up save. Recap. The Havoc launchers can shoot the girls through the side of the building, so they move outside. So the girls have moved out, and we're done with sisters' movement phase. Active faith in the shooting phase. On those girls, they get a 5, so it goes off. No one else can do any shooting acts of faith, so that's where it is. Alright, these girls put 2 wounds on the Terminators. They're 1 wound guys, so 2 closest have to go down. So onto the assault phase. These girls get their active faith. We've used 2 faith points this turn, so we're down to 3. And St. Celestine's going to charge in. Alright, so shooting phase here. These girls get shot a whole bunch, but it's some good saves and some bad angles in terms of how many girls can actually be hit. So they lost 2, not enough to force a morale check, and no one else is being shot. Alright, so glorious intervention here. St. Celestine is now fighting against the Sergeant, and she's initiative 7, so she's actually going first. Okay. Alright, so the combat goes. St. Celestine kills the Sergeant, and the consolidation for Celestine is 5 inches, and for the squad is 2. Alright, we're now on turn 6. The sisters are rolling for faith points, and it is night fighting. The sisters have 5 faith points again, and we're going to see how this goes. Alright, so we're calling the game because it's round 6. The sisters have an objective here. They're going to hold this objective here. St. Celestine is scoring, so she's going to get this objective here. And outside of phenomenally unusual dice rolling, the Chaos Marines can't get it, though they do have first kill. The sisters have Slay the Warlord, and they do have Line Breaker, but they don't hold any objectives. Correct? No.